Whether you know Dellor for his unforgettable sleep streams that took the internet by storm in 2020, or his rage-infested live streams and videos on any game you can think of.
How are you
At surface level, it may look like this persona is all an act as a means of entertainment and comedic value, but unfortunately, this isn't the case whatsoever. His internet presence papers over the cracks of the real issues he has at hand, and recent videos of him show that a true cry for help has been waved by Dellor, something that has a lot of people extremely concerned. But it wasn't always like this. So how did things used to be for him, and what was the catalyst for such a worrying change? In Dellor's early days of being on the internet, he would begin his YouTube career by recording his gameplay on titles like World of Warcraft, Zombie Panic Source, Face of Mankind, and Dota 2. This roster of games would be his main go-to from 2010 up until around 2015, when he would then jump over to playing mainly CSGO, Overwatch, League of Legends, and World of Warcraft at a competitive level. At this point, the channel was used predominantly for clips rather than fully fleshed out gameplay videos. Any video before 2016 would be a no face cam, no voice recording highlight from one of his main games, with either 90s hip hop music or a subgenre within the rock or metal category as the only source of audio to be heard. People could see just how good Dellor was at any game he played and were watching a composed and positive version of his former self. It also turns out that Matt held the record for the most kills in PUBG, was a top 250 player in Overwatch, a top 20 player in World of Warcraft, and a top 10 player in Diablo 3. In 2016, Matt would have a groundbreaking opportunity offered to him for his gaming abilities. He was approached by the Toronto Esports team to represent them in a variety of different games, such as PUBG, Overwatch, and League of Legends, but things didn't exactly go smoothly during this period. This contract would only be in place up until April 2017, which is when things started getting really bad for Dellor. The relationship between the team and Matt was terminated due to a breach of violations during an Overwatch stream, where Dellor had an outrage because he believed he was being targeted by another player who was cheating, and was then found out to have called said player a slur 61 times that same day. Dellor would then go on social media later the same day to apologise for his actions, and would announce his resignation from the esports team and community. The following statements are what followed after the situation. The Toronto esports team president Ryan Pallett said, "Immediately upon learning of the incident, the player was interviewed, admitted to the offence, and was notified that his contract with the organisation was being terminated." The apology from Dellor read, "I messed up and deserve to be dropped from Toronto Esports. I won't try to argue or make an excuse. I don't have any. I was having a really bad day and didn't get much sleep the night before. The only thing I can say is that despite me using the word, I am not a racist. I was extremely upset, and I was trying to make the person I was angry with upset as well, and so I said the most offensive thing that came to mind." Once Dellor announced his resignation from the esports space, he would take a slight hiatus from all things content creator focused to try and work on himself and learn from any previous mistakes. This went pretty smoothly from 2017 to 2018, but then the true rage fest began. Dellor posted 3 Dark Souls 3 gameplay streams onto his YouTube channel, which lasted anywhere between 4 hours and 8 hours. During these streams, the stress and tension he'd put on himself would be crazy. He'd punch his controller, scream at the top of his voice for hours, smash his desk, clench up, and just put so much pressure on his body.
every time?
I've got a bad feeling about this swamp monkers.
Why are you hitting me? What the f? My God, that's the most broken ability I've ever seen!
This wouldn't stop either. In fact, it would get so much worse with the games the more competitive they were. For example, Fortnite provided some of the worst heartbreaking moments viewers have ever seen Dellor experience.
That's it, bye. It's the end of the stream. I'm done. See you guys later.
I'm not kidding, guys. This is it. I'm done streaming.
He would be smashing keyboards, monitors, having mental breakdowns on stream, breaking chairs, and so many other things. At the time, Matt saw the funny side to all of this by creating rage compilations and best rage moments. But day by day, you could see the mental toll that all of this was carrying and just how badly all of it was affecting him. Things kept going from bad to worse for him, and in April 2019, Matt was banned on Twitch for an offensive comment towards a woman live on stream while playing Apex Legends. 7 days later, an apology video surfaced on the internet from him, where he would give his reasoning for saying what he said, which he put down to poor sportsmanship and regretted what he said to his teammate. He then accepted the ban from Twitch and also apologized to the teammate.
I said some terrible things. I don't want to go into great details because I don't want to offend any more people than I already have. I'm just here to say that to anyone that I've offended in the past, I'm sorry. I'm not going to make excuses. There are no excuses for that kind of behavior. All I can do is say that I'm ashamed of what I've done. I don't want to be that person, and I'm sorry.
Once this ban was over, a heartbroken and mentally exhausted Dellor returned with an emotional stream as a result of losing his partnership, subscription button, and subscribers on Twitch. He wasn't sure what was next. After begging Twitch to respond to his requests, he heard nothing and then went on to posting a statement surrounding his personal life on Twitter. The statement included his struggles with disorders like bipolar, depression, and Asperger's syndrome, as well as being frightened that he wouldn't have enough money to keep paying his bills. Twitch would then get into contact with him and work out a middle ground. They offered him his channel, partnership, and subscribers back, only if he could remain respectful for 6 months to a year. If you thought that part was the worst, there's still a lot more to come. After recovering his partnership with Twitch, it would only be 2 months before receiving another ban, this time for causing harm by hitting a keyboard over his head. Matthew now realised he was in a position where his mental well-being was at an all-time low. As a result of this, he decided that it was time for him to seek professional help and eventually admitted himself to a psychiatric hospital without telling anyone, which obviously caused a lot of concern for everyone that knew him, since he went completely radio silent and a lot of people were fearing the worst. A few days after seeing the case for concern, Dellor went back onto social media to just update everyone that he was doing a lot better, got the specialist help he needed, and was now on the road to recovery, which is what everyone wanted to hear. Fast forwarding again to 2020, this version of Dellor prioritized a new direction of streams. This would be the beginning of his extremely successful sleep streams, one of the funniest, happiest, and most engaging periods his fans had ever seen.
Alexa, bedroom lights off. Alexa, bedroom lights 100%.
Okay.
Alexa, bedroom lights off.
Want more bitch, more
Bro.
bitch, more bitch.
Alexa, Alexa, play bird chirping noises and set
Alexa,
bedroom
bedroom
lights to
lights off.
100%.
Was it strategical? Yes. Was he making lots of money? Yes. But everyone loved them because although he was extremely loud and over the top, he wasn't raging or getting unhappy at all. People would go to order a batch of iPhones from his Alexa through text-to-speech donations, and he would be laughing about it while telling Alexa to stop. It was like Dellor found a new person within him and was actually enjoying his life for the time being. But like all good things, they must come to an end. In the space of 4 months of doing these sleep streams, his Blizzard account was hacked and deleted, as well as his Twitter account, his cryptocurrency wallets, and his bank accounts all being drained. And on February the 4th, 2021, even his Google account was deleted.
Most of you guys on here know that my channel got hacked, I'm sure. As you guys saw the big Cardano Foundation portrait and all my videos disappear and whatnot. Yeah, that's not all that happened. Not only did my channel get hacked, everything that I had got hacked. Everything. My bank accounts, my investment accounts, my phones, my utility accounts, my internet, every online game account, well, pretty much every online game account that I've ever made. Yeah, this dude hacked like over 150 accounts of mine So,
But by some miracle, Matthew was able to recover his YouTube channel. However, I'm not sure about the other accounts that were hacked. From what seemed like a particularly quiet 2021 for Dellor, where it seemed like his mental state was picking up a lot, he was staying out of trouble and actually having fun while uploading videos. 2022 happened to have the worst mental breakdown anyone had ever seen from Dellor, but some of his quote, fans were just fueling the fire even more with some of their comments on his live streams. It was so obvious to see that Matthew was struggling again, but the majority of the comments were laughing at him or provoking him, causing the breakdown to get worse and worse by the minute. He went on to explain the situation with his mother in hospital and how he hates everything in his life because it seems like everything is against him. This is the darkest moment that his fans had ever seen of him, and there's little to no information about what happened next, other than shutting off the stream and going completely silent again. As of today, in 2023, Dellor seems to be in a much happier state of mind, which is great to hear. He's frequently posting on Twitter, going back to gaming without putting his mental state at too much of a risk, interacting with his fans and other YouTubers much more often than before, and has started doing text-to-speech streams, similar to his sleep streams when he was at his happiest. He's also spending a lot more time with his family and allowing himself to take time off of gaming to see the outside world and put his health and happiness first.